there's the tech pause. At least we found the issue for it. This will be GENG, and we have Old HUD.
To have known that we're going to be playing as a double duelist. They have a lot
Okay,
of
Old HUD is going to be a nightmare.
And you know, you and I were talking about this, not too convinced by the
Close the pred, thank you. Thank you.
Especially, you know, this is Genji's first time playing.
Chat, you got 5 more seconds. We need 5 more seconds before I end this.
You know, that what they have prepared with this kind of composition,
and okay, ending now.
Can work out.
Yeah, so just gonna go for an early wall on the pistol round. That's fine.
So this is PRX map pick for people that don't know. We can do our own HUD. PRX map pick.
Just also as
PRX.
The player currently playing on this account right here, KRX, that's
okay, sure.
So he will be playing on that this map, so just keep that in mind. But he's the race.
Sure.
That shouldn't be too surprising here for PRX.
We'll put an eye in here.
Yeah, and honestly, I think at this point, probably don't touch anything, you know? It's like you finally, like, the stars aligned. And
it's alright, chat. We make our own UI here. It's so fine.
Weird problem was, so hopefully he just stays on that account and
yeah,
we don't have any other issues.
Yeah, just get through the match itself, right? That's what matters. Now, a bit of this toxic screen, but it's not going to be enough to stop a
okay, so they get over towards site. Yeah, 5v5
like
at the
Genji,
moment.
they were quite well aware
they
of
take
that,
a
right?
lot of map control. Lot of map control. See the double duelist. Duel over towards spawn.
Just try to save up whatever toxins they can with the poison cloud buying time. And now they know they've got the enemy trapped here in B site, which is why PRX considering, do we have to push out of alley, because we don't have any control over heaven right now.
It took a long time to plant here.
Snakebite delays the plan for a bit, but the plant is down, and now you see that we have
real long time to plant.
From the side of PRX.
It looks like they're waiting for this wrap over towards heaven because Astra is on top of this. How many does Astra get?
Not going to be able to win that fight.
Well, that actually really breaks everything apart here for Genji.
Yeah, it literally melts everything.
In return.
And okay, some right clicks come through.
Okay, nicely done from PRX. Nicely done on that one. Yeah, it all went down to that kind of duel over towards spawn here. As soon as we lost that, it was kind of all done. No pressure from behind. They knew that they would all be over towards here.
Consider is the entire force of PRX pushing out of alley. Genji still left someone on the lurk to try to just catch 1 or 2 members.
VCT extra 002. Dude, he's unbelievable.
Now you're the one stuck in the site in reverse, and Meteor doing what he can, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Meteor the only one to pick up a kill, let alone 2. Nobody else able to do.
Damn, we have no idea. Okay, we'll try and keep track on how close everyone is all-wise. That's what we'll do. Maybe we do them up here. So in terms of their buy, it's looking like a couple of rifles. Like 2 rifles at the moment I've seen.
That would be
Holy
miraculous is what I was going to say, and he makes it happen.
That certainly
this has gone a little bit wrong. It's a let's zoom on the right side. It's a 3v4.
Take that, and now PRX very quick rotation though over here to A.
3v4 at the moment. They get the plant down. They do have the gun advantage, but they got 2 bulldogs. I'm pretty sure from this.
Yeah, so 2 members with the Spectres here for PRX. They're the ones charged with trying to take over heaven once again. Now they know that
what's this flash like? Oh, their plan was to go close and flash. Oh, the nade's huge. Oh my god, the nade flash. Damn, the combos in the air was pretty good. Raise halfway to ult. Not too bad at all.
Into the mix, and stuff will blow up. As Shing was able to do a great job there.
Man, yeah, this VCT extra kit's kind of unreal.
A little bit of a scare there in the beginning of this round.
Yeah, I mean, this was very scary just because we had a weapon go over to Genji as well, but an excellent flash on top of the paint shells, and just the timing of it was so good from PRX, right? Perfectly timed to the point where they would have to pass the door, and Jing has free reign to get that pinch before he turns around for the last kill. So good defense, and you know they went with mostly Spectres, and not everyone had bought on the side of PRX, so they're okay with the damages they took.
Yeah.
Draw the hard, mate. How am I meant to know what many people's ults are on? I got no idea. Okay, we're going to the full buy against the bonus though.
I was gonna say, you're really trying to make it work here.
One would assume that PRX are going for a full bonus on this one. Holding the Bulldogs.
Actually, the majority of the team of PRX is going towards B. TS is on the back of the
Yeah,
site.
Device see nothing right now, 0-0.
He's going to try to survive a bit longer with the gravity well. Goddead is here for support. Nice pitch from Goddead.
Goddead is just doing
It's
so
a
much.
heavy crunch with this many
There,
people.
Meteor
That
and
was nice.
Goddead able to pick up 4 kills
Device
already
actually
as
going to be able
Divine
to have a
again
death
looking
or a
by
kill.
himself, pushing
Potentially.
through.
Might
A
actually get
has
something on the
lead
board
swing.
here. Had a bit of
Yeah, we've got King
bit of a
quite
slow
well
one.
aware of this
Not seen too
possibility.
much.
Now, Devi's going to do what he can to check every corner, but this should come down to a duel here.
Okay.
Oh, he tries to check the close corner, and King
This is a nice round. They only lose one. So
Very nice
this will be
position
one
for him.
pass and that goes down to like 300. So in terms of this, we're going to have to try and manually keep them on top of the money. In terms of this PRX, everyone can't buy next round from PRX. So they have this full buy going in now. And then in terms of this one person on Genji can't buy next round. Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. Relatively correct.
A couple of guys were looking to step up on the side of Genji, especially Meteor.
Nice. Get a scoreboard. Got 2 ults into this one. Astra ult. And Sky ult go for the heavy A. There's 3 people here.
Still able to win the fight.
TS with a nice spray, though. That allows him to get 1 kill, and that buys him time to escape. I mean, otherwise, TS...
What's the second map? It's Ascent.
Now, the toxic screen for PRX is set up so that they could always rotate over to B, so TS is now just tasked with holding mid. They can let them get into ramps as
Dude, why is that?
as long as they don't give up A heaven, but now the duel goes...
This is what I love about PRX.
Yeah, Jing was just so
Everything's going on
aggressive,
over
pushing
towards
through
A,
all of that
and the
utility.
Astra just
Did not
walks
care
into
one
B.
bit, is able to pick up the very
The
nice
person,
opportunistic
your
kill,
smoker,
but
your only
bit of
controller, I mean you have a
back
Viper
here
too, but
to the
just
side
walks
of
and takes
Genji. Note
contact
that
into
Jing
B.
extremely low
It's
right
so
now.
nuts.
Looks like might be able to get a little heal at this point as this guy comes over, and now King on the site by
Okay, 2 on
himself
3.
has to hold it down.
Yeah, gets full flashed as well, so he just hides around the corner. King looking to just lower the numbers here. He gets 1.
Oh, not able to get Jing though.
Nice.
As he
Dude, Jing is
rotates
just
around. They're gonna
popping.
have to
Really
go
nice.
for
Throws
that.
him over the spike, gets his ult into this one. And again, such a massive round that you definitely want to see this ult used.
I think with that, he very well could use it to secure the round if they get an inkling, but we'll see.
They don't want to reset.
Well, TS has got some good information, but against 2 people, there's the showstopper you mentioned. Just gonna hold on to that.
Yeah, I like it, right? This is just about
Yeah, the game's
time.
the game's
This makes it so
UI is so
difficult
strong.
for TS to push through, and pretty much gives the timing in favor of PRX to guarantee this round.
Okay, nice Anna from Jing. Delayed it a lot. Gets an extra orb over towards this.
3 kills in total
And
on the
hopefully we
round.
get to see the
Jing
money.
has
There's
seen
one
a very
person
nice
that can't
entry
buy
there
into
for
this
the
one
Rams, and was able to
from
secure it
Genji.
at
So
the end
I
as
imagine like a 4-1 buy.
All
We'll try and see.
Now, so far, we're not really seeing Genji prove that they have an answer for these explosive pushes that the double duelist brings, right? I mean, that time they had a nice setup on ramp. At the end of the day, of course, PRX still takes the round, but here's the thing, that kind of setup is so, requires such a heavy investment, right? And at that point, you're kind of always
Okay,
rolling
instead
the
of
dice
going
on
for the
whether you're guessing
4-1
correctly
buy,
or
they
not
just
on
accept this and
the
go
push. So I don't expect Genji to rely on that the entire time. At
and
the
go
end of
for
day, they have
the
to do what they're doing
Sheriff
right now, is to
armor.
push out of one side or
So
the
this is
other
a
side of
good
the
chance
map
for PRX
so they can
to
start
stack up a lot of
reposition
money.
their agents and their
In terms of the
utility
ults, got Raze ult.
Absolutely. We do have Goddead here
We got
with the
Sage
Sheriff
Res.
just looking to pick someone off before the fight begins, and he is actually able to get that as
Oh,
he
he's
puts
still
down the
alive?
slow orb and
Oh.
gets the second one.
That's
Goddead
crazy.
popping
There's some
off
guns here as well. They wall them off. They
And
can
he
get
puts
double
up the
guns.
wall
The
as well. They
reaction
can
from
now recover the
PRX
weapons.
is
I mean, Goddead is doing what he
Not
can on
really.
these rounds to bring it back
not
for
really
them. Now,
here, but like
the
what can
initial
they
kill,
do
he was on a
reaction-wise?
half
They only
angle,
saw one
credit to that,
person.
but then the recovery as well for the double.
This massive stuff, this is kind of what you need. This is what we saw Elmimore from RRQ doing actually recently. Even if they go into an eco, Tasteless and I were just joking that he's better with the Sheriff. You know, just keep him on the Sheriff. He's going to pick people off, and Goddead was able to do that and make a
Something in the
massive difference
tissues.
in this round.
They get the tag over on A-Heaven as well, so
Yeah, I was
start
gonna
really
say,
rotating
why not
everyone
use this
over on the
ult?
side of Genji.
30 seconds left.
That was a nice idea to face from spawn, knowing that you can dodge it pretty easy.
Answers.
Oh, the satchel, too strong.
The blast pack assisting in that kill as well.
Damn, they kept this
A
one so
nice
clean.
recovery
They had
round
4
here from
sheriffs,
Genji.
4 sheriffs, and they had 1 marshal, and they managed to get, I'm pretty confident, every single person on an upgrade.
To sometimes take those eco rounds and basically steal
Looking like a tactical pause. Maybe a tech pause, we'll see. Hopefully not.
But and also,
Watch
again,
this second
comes down
shot.
to the fact that
Oh my
there was some
god.
amazing shots from Goddead, but because he was
I mean, that was
holding
all
onto
on
that
him.
forward
What an
position,
insane
they
round for
could cover the
Genji's
weapons,
economy
and
as
then
well,
they just
though.
have to
4
stall
upgrades. Like, their
over on
money is
the
out of
Evan,
control.
And then they now have the leisure, right? They have the front foot forward to say we can rotate ahead of you guys by gaining the rest of the information around the map.
Yeah, let's see if we can start writing some HUD. Problem with me writing a HUD is I'm going to accidentally delete it by accident.
Yeah. Guiding light, of course, referring
So,
to Bird.
Paper X.
Yes.
In
If I
case
do
you guys
Paper
were
X split.
Our
aware.
beloved Bird.
Yes,
Okay, I'll just do Paper
the
X
Hawk.
pick.
I was curious, you know,
We'll do
this is
that
a
again.
pretty early timeout to call after
And then
round
I'll add
5,
in,
but obviously Alex always
I'll add in the
loves to
team
speak
names
his
after.
mind, and he is not happy with the way that one went. So he will have a chat with his team early on.
Is that Alex in his current state right now in the
Yes.
timeout? I think that's supposed to be Coach Bile. That's on a Genji.
It's too early for him
here.
to mod.
But anyway, I
It's
agree.
too
It
early.
seem a little bit early. Now I think part of it is that
Okay.
they want to just get as much of an advantage as they can here on the attacking side. Alex perhaps
Genji.
identifying that the weakness is here.
My camera's in the way.
Also on the A
I can't
side,
see
we can
this.
just get up to ramp. We can always
Paper
rotate to B
X.
later if we can hold on to ramp and vents. And that looks like it's going to be the game plan once again here with the toxic screen.
Okay.
Well,
Genji
see
have
how
a
it goes.
lot
This
of money
side,
now.
Paper
I
X,
imagine
a lot of,
Paper X after this one can't really buy it, so
great
this is
guns here,
this is a
something
big round.
will
Looking like they might have
ramp.
forced into
Everybody
this.
else's sheriffs.
They either forced into this or it's a hero gun.
Stinger for
We'll
Genji.
find out.
Yeah, now Sylvan
After
spotted,
this
but they
round.
have
Who
not
knows?
quite spotted Sylvan
Dog's
at this.
good.
They don't expect there to
Spots
be
a
two
lot of
people
people.
here.
Oh, Defy and
Oh,
Mind
that's
Freak
2
through
guns
the
to pick up,
wall.
though.
Able to enter there into heaven and make some space now for Paper X.
Not
No
able
way.
to
So yeah,
make
looks like they
position.
put a
We
hero
saw
gun
him
with a
up in
stinger
heaven,
and
but
some
didn't
sheriffs
realize
into
the drop
this.
had happened as he
So I
gets
imagine a low buy,
partially
and
blinded there
that good start that we just
by
had
the
from
Bird,
Genji
and
might have just
now,
been
you know,
reset.
that momentum they just regained in the previous
Dude,
round
Jing is
started
really
to fall
popping.
apart.
This new
Personally,
account
not
is doing
blinded.
wonders.
Is that like,
Oh, they put a res
blinded
into this?
or-
Okay.
Oh, I didn't even realize
This
that
might
was
be
on
worth
the
depending on
blinded,
how
I'd
much
say
damage they can get
exactly. I'm
done.
Just curious.
Yeah, about 40% blinded, I would say.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense. As we did have a res come in here, it looks like Genji do want to hold on to the round. Meanwhile, Sylvan just going to go down for the 4th time. TS at least able to trade it back.
I mean, it's really good damage.
Huge play
Yeah.
here in heaven.
Not going for this one, but the damage is really good. Yeah, I can put this up a bit.
Whatever he can right now to keep
Honestly, I'll put
Genji
this at
alive,
100.
and
Should be
quite
fine.
frankly, even if they lose split, if Goddead keeps this up, this could very well go to a 3rd map, and then it's anybody's game at that point.
Pretty nice stuff here. Thrifty is going to be picked up by Paper X at least.
Okay, another
And that's
pause.
going to get the momentum back in their favor here. As we'll take another look at how they entered. That was through a tox screen.
That's
and
how he got the
wall.
kill?
Yeah,
What
I mean,
the-
they were just kind of expecting people to be there, especially after the dog had come out, and they just are able to get the shots they need here on the side of Paper X. So teams
We
kinda
can see
trading
the
back and
chat.
forth.
Yeah,
Looks
you
like
lot
it's
can
going to
finally
be
see if
an answer
people are
right
typing
back
in the
from
chat.
Genji. Now Coach Bile often does this anyway, but I think also just trying to adjust.
This is a
here.
lot of timeouts
As a
used early
side
on.
note, as
Paper
we're
X
waiting
scored
for
theirs the round
timeout,
before.
of course, we
Genji
apologize
called
to
theirs
the
right
guys,
now.
no UI right now on the observers,
2
of course,
timeouts very early on.
here from the beginning of
We'll
the
see what they're
broadcast.
changing
We
up.
have to go through a couple tech pauses here, and since the match can be played, we just want to make sure the match happens here while the players are still in good condition.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, Jing is, of course, playing on that optional account here with a different account on the tournament client.
Yeah.
So he is the Raze on the attacking side.
As long as he can play the game, I don't care what they name him.
The map draft
And
was
as long as,
after the
of course,
pause.
same player.
Like
Oh,
honestly,
yes,
like 10
that
minutes
would
ago.
be
If you
important.
And
There is a mini Goddead out in the crowd.
there you go.
Yeah, he made a poem with the acronyms of Goddead, but it didn't
Thanks
actually
so much,
didn't
Super.
work,
Thank you.
But you know what? The heart was there.
Good effort, good
That's
effort,
what
yeah.
counts.
Yeah, we'll try and get as much info on here as possible.
Nice try.
As soon as I got the no hard is hard. Okay, so where are we at money-wise?
You see that Sylvan, who
Looking like a
has,
really
you know,
important round for
come in here,
Genji,
not
from what I
really
could
up
see
to
with the
par
money
so
there.
far. Something also only 1 kill on the Jet.
Paper X call a pause,
Hasn't
but
really
kind of
been
do a
the
similar
deciding
thing. It's a little
factor.
bit faster actually using the satchels
Trying
into
to
this
stay
one. Still
alive.
heavy
Yeah,
control,
I
but
mean,
Genji this
something
time
needs to start
3
popping off,
people.
'cause
They
Jing,
really
there
wanted
is
to
a
shut
look at
down
how much
A.
he can do on his own,
A
and here he
heaven.
goes.
Damn.
Well, there he is, right in through
The
the
double
back
duelist
of
was
Heaven.
too
They did
much to
not see
handle
him
here.
coming. As God dead, solid as always.
Okay, goes into a 2-on-2. I like this. They went heavy A heaven. Genji in their pause talked about defending heaven for sure. That's why they had 3 people and flashing through. But then something did this pathing and just went behind them from sight. It was kind of nice. I love the double dived comp. I think double duelist on this map is just so fun.
He's trying to get a different angle here, and I don't think Genji quite expects it. I think they expect both people to be within the site. Look at where he's hiding. Surely Genji checks for this. They're trying.
Oh, I don't know. It's rough. They're going to see him.
Oh,
down goes Savai.
It's planted for him, though. So this is very doable.
They don't know where something is. And he can just, okay.
Now they know.
Ooh. Oh, the Astro.
And he's able to deny. He's able to hold on. Even if he
oh
goes
my god, he got the shorty out, but no time.
Nearly enough time
yeah, and I think this is a devastating round for Genji. I'm pretty sure they have the eco after this. They got 2 full loss bonus.
Oh, it looks like there might have just been, maybe not enough communication.
Go on, press tab.
Genji, right?
A day to press tab.
With someone covering you and just hope that you don't die, or you have to really just commit to the Cosmic Divide half a second earlier. Yeah. And alas, while God dead, miraculous kills and miraculous duels. It's not in time. You gotta feel for God that he's
okay.
11
Yeah,
right
force them down to eco. The good news for Genji is that the money's relatively low.
He's keeping them in it.
So if they can somehow win this, it would be crazy impactful.
What can
but
you say? I mean,
we'll see.
It's rough to play against PRX. W Gaming.
This is the second map. This is the first map.
So good at this style of play, and not a lot of teams have had success against it. And so far, based on what we've seen from Genji, it hasn't been too different. Although, of course, it's still early on in map 1, so let's see how it continues from here.
All right, CS just trying to buy as much time as possible here with his smokes. He's activating everything just to hide as long as possible, but this time, PRX is well aware that Godnet's
look how hard it is to deal with this. Again, I love the double duelist. It's just, it's so strong. The overwhelm potential is great. It's very fast from PRX, kind of what you expect. Like to see that at least against the ecos, they're all sticking together. No one's doing anything crazy. No one's giving them any guns after that last round. That other eco that we had, they kind of split up a little bit. Also, both the ecos have been over towards B, kind of. At least initial B main take. GENG is having a game, dude. He's got so many kills already. Did he just chuck the gun as a fake flash?
His ultimate.
Who was that?
Wants to just die to the spike, but he's not going to be given. Oh, he's going to try to run away. He's finished. Oh man.
That's so funny.
They just come in and yeah, a lot of sheriffs.
Okay,
picked
hopefully
up
we get tab. I kind of want to check the score because it feels like he's on a lot. It was just an eco for Genji, so don't have to worry too much. But Jing's one away from another ult, right? Oh no, he has his ult now. Damn.
Yeah, and I'm kind of maybe this is just because of the sense of relativity here, but Geng just seems to be playing actually quite calmer than we've seen him in the past, right? A lot of times.
Okay, yeah, 11-5. 11-5. Goddead's kind of creeping up there though with 11-6. Really, the buy rounds at the moment have been spamming over towards A. We still keep 3 people here, and this is the first time I'm kind of seeing a molly early to shut them down. This is the first round where we've actually seen some kind of shutdown. They used the ult. They actually.
Something gonna peek and make quick work of Meteor.
And they check that people are still left here from PRX, so Genji not able to rotate off.
That is so strong. He literally just straight up peeks that.
So far ahead.
Oh man, they didn't get that trade as well.
Yeah, Divide just hanging out.
So they at least cleared over towards A, and PRX have just been ignoring middle, so... but the pressure is still there. And we have the wall off so they can just fight this. Oh boy.
There had to have been a gravity well.
No, I think it was just a smoke.
Quite sure, or maybe it lands right in the smoke. TS not aware and gets caught as he enters.
Yeah, I think he thought that the nade went slightly further than it actually did, honestly.
Either way, and now Jing says something. Don't worry, I'll open up the site for you.
Yeah, and PRX are really bringing the pain now.
And this is devastating for Genji. This is so strong at the moment.
From them, but this looks so one-sided at this point. I mean, it's looking like a 7-2. We got a save here from Sylvan. And
yeah, PRX trying to make up some time
so
for the tech pause.
Pit of despair right now. It's not looking good for them.
No,
it's a bit of a nightmare because if you again the double dive comp is kind of sick because you always have pressure from mid anyway. There can always be a lurk taking a timing, so every time there's a timing you have to be aware of this. If you got a no sentinel comp against a double duelist, it can be an absolute nightmare because you have to worry about the timings in the middle. You have to worry that they can easily get over towards the sides if you don't have heavy shutdown util. Yeah, and it just whole defense side just becomes an absolute nightmare. Double dive comp is like really good against no sentinel.
The double duelist from PRX. If you don't have a true sentinel, you can't possibly rely on just utility to buy time against the attack.
Yeah. It's not really working.
Can't draw the overlay. I have no idea what the ults are, that's the issue. No idea of the ults, no idea of the money. Okay, force them down to another eco. We've got one hero gun, some sheriffs with it as well. We've got a lot of ults at the top.
Just a very forward toxic screen this time from Genji, just to set up an angle here for Meteor with
and straight away again, just hitting A site. They are just getting out towards A so much. Bit of a change up from Genji. This side's go over towards middle.
I mean, you know that they're on an eco. It's absolutely not worth it. Now, the only reason they would potentially consider it is because
no one needs to push spawn because they have this map control. So no one's going to be pushing into Meteor.
But they have to trust in the fact that they have the better weaponry, and now they're going to push together.
Alright, give me the Astra. Give me the Astra and see what Mindfreak does.
For this plant. As you can see, we do have one guy on it at the moment. Mindfreak able to
No
spray them both
way.
down. As Forsaken and GENG able to get one apiece. Only TS is able to get the headshot with the Sheriff in the back here. He's running through the sewers as he has picked up a Vandal.
Oh, they are coming. Oh! And it's not even against the kill device.
I'm definitely going to say, like, PRX are hitting some shots, but Genji feel a little bit sluggish into this one, to be honest with you. If I ignore the God Dead round over towards B main, it feels like they've been lacking with some of the shots.
I mean, Mindfreak has all the time in the world. See, device steals that kill. Something just floating down.
you got to start to wonder on the side of Genji, right? They banned Pearl first.
Potentially another timeout coming in.
I get it, right? I mean, you haven't
Genji needs something. This is an extra buy from them again. No, not like this.
Look, it's our good old friend.
Not like this.
Back, tech pause.
But yeah, and then, you know, of course, we have PRX who's been playing that Phoenix on Pearl. And while it may look like they're really
see you in an hour.
Into duels on
Could
Pearl,
you imagine another
clearly
hour
Genji
for
did
you?
not feel comfortable in having a strategic answer to that. So they say, let's try our chances on split. And so far, it's not good. They even chose the defensive side with the Sage, mind you. So
yeah, that's the thing. They chose defense and they can kind of wreck. They just can't hold over towards the sides.
I mean, not much else you can say, right?
I would be so fine if they wanted to invest like the Sage Wolves instantly over towards the sides. Or maybe just invest it over towards middle at the beginning. It feels like they need some extra info at the beginning. Like using the Sage Wall in the first like 5 seconds here is so fine for how PRX is playing at the moment.
Very passionately.
Yes, let's go.
Alright, well, you know what? I mean, Goddead and Vile. See if they can make
the nature, thanks so much, dude.
definitely doing his part in this game on Split.
It's so hard to hold. Yeah, but they have some of the agents for it. Like they have a Sage, they have a Viper, they have a Raze. Like, I want to see a wall at the beginning now, so that they'd never have to worry about middle, so they can 3-stack here, 2-stack here. You gotta... There's been no mid-pressure, pretty much at all, so to not be using the Sage Wall like this doesn't really make any sense. You gotta try and give yourself as much info as possible. Good to see that this is the first round where PRX have relaxed. First time where they've actually, like, chilled out here.
Here's the thing, this is, I think... what we're seeing.
They did want to eventually walk up to A Heaven, I'm pretty sure, but there was too much pressure in terms of smokes and stuff here.
Overall tempo management. Ever since they've really tried out all these different roster and role shuffles, they wait for the aggression. Now they're sending out the Seekers and the Trailblazer. If this doesn't work out, they're not going to commit to it. They're already sending their forces.
I was going to say, there's no way this guy gets a shot. Man, PRX are playing so loose. They're 8-2 up, and it's the loosest thing I've seen.
Someone back in the site.
Solo all
So
over towards
Jing
A.
not surviving
Something's
as
walking in
long
over
as
towards B.
PRX would have wanted. I think God had spotted something there for a brief second. However,
seconds left.
mid is taken over. Now they're gonna have to break the wall.
Looks like a
Genji
rank game.
very well aware of this
Doesn't
and
help with
just
the
trying to
know-how as
bunker
well.
down in the site.
And got dead once again, just holding it down for the team as that is a clean sweep, flawless.
Okay, that was a lot better.
For the side of Genji.
That was a lot better.
Pick off Jing entering the
They actually
side
managed
on A.
to shut down over
Rotation is
towards
read
A
perfectly,
and just
and they did not miss their
like
shots.
play this choke point really
I
well.
like the idea from PRX,
So maybe they're
right?
gonna
You're
do
so
it
far
again.
ahead,
I wouldn't be
might as
surprised if
well
PRX
try
double
this here in
satchel
the
through
last
this
few
because they got
rounds.
locked down early on.
See if it works out. Really make sure you can run it all the way to the 10-2
So
score
I wouldn't be
line.
surprised if they double
Control
satchel
there.
to A heaven
Unfortunately,
instantly.
Jing just gets shot
just
down
because
before he
this
can
was the
fire
choke
off
point.
showstopper, and that kind of ruins the entire plan. Of course, Sage Wall also buying enough time.
They get
to
the attack
go
up out though,
over
so
in
maybe
mid.
we
Now,
won't be seeing
bit of a
something fast.
reposition here on the side of Genji. Heavier focus on the B side, but they're not pushing out of it just yet.
I like this
So,
from PRX.
again,
First time we
I mean,
kind of
at
actually
any
seen
point,
some
if
mid
PRX
pressure.
wants to
Dog
just
goes in.
blast through,
They
Genji's
smoke this
defense
off,
does
so they
look
create question
relatively
mark
weak.
here and here. So
Look at this angle at something is
now
great.
this is a
Got the
disaster
smoke
because they have
on
to.
ramps right now,
There is
so
no map control for
hoping
Genji.
to pick someone
Getting B
off.
main
Silver
control
was
could be pretty
peeking
rough
there
at the
from heaven.
moment.
So far, just trying to slowly
They're so
move in,
split
making
up.
no
Like
sound.
everywhere is a question mark. They finally cleared the question over towards heaven. I deleted the HUD at the top, of course.
Devi on the Viper. Now, because of that, Genji does not know if the entire force is here or not. They didn't push out of B garage, out of B main. So they're just like, okay, well, there's
Let's do the main
someone
thing.
still here in A, but
Let's see
we're
the
not
team
really
names
sure
at
what to
least.
make of this.
Yeah, really nice slow push comes in. It does look like Genji are kind of left uncertain. Goddead is the perfect person to take out first. As King on the back of the site, just gonna
Man,
get Shorty
this kid
to
with
the
a showy.
face. Something so good at doing this on the attack, and he once again lines it up.
Well, showstopper, I mean, yeah, you're trying to make sure that... okay, Meteor picks up a kill. Does look still very difficult.
Jing's trying to hold the angle. He holds it. TS
He's
is
winning
alone.
just every aim duel, really. When he's actually on the ground and not
much you can
mid-air.
do. I mean, again, the idea being that you can try to buy more time. TS went for the very far flank.
Okay, insane half. They get 9 on the attack round. Genji, bit of a
Now,
nightmare
you're
for them.
Genji, you have to swap over to attack. You have
They just couldn't hold the
raise.
sides.
I'd say
Literally
he's
just
not
couldn't
gonna
hold the
help out
sides.
too much when it comes to the attack.
PRX
Maybe
kept
some
it
setups you can
really,
get onto a site,
really
but that's gonna be
simple.
difficult in the first
Just straight up
place.
sight hits. Never really went over towards
Yeah,
middle
I mean,
until
you're
this
really
last
just gonna
round.
have to
At
make
least
sure
within
that
the
you
first
have
like
to
40
reads and
seconds.
your-
Right, this was
your
the first round where they
Nebulas are
actually did
placed very
any kind of
well.
pressure
I
over
mean,
towards
you're gonna
middle.
have
They
to-
did an
for
insta-dog. Sometimes
Genji,
they
you
do
have
mid
to
or
kind of
late, but it
invest
was more
everything
like
onto the
mid-rounding
first
once they'd
entry
been
you do, right?
denied
You have
any kind of
single
info.
duelist. You cannot afford for him to get caught, so you gotta invest your gravity wells. You know, maybe both.
9 free
both
casts
maybe
on the
at same
attack.
time.
I mean,
Toxic
maybe.
screen,
They'd have to
snake
win a
bite,
pistol.
and then the
Probably a
guiding
pistol and a
light,
bonus. We would
and-
have to see.
And then you gotta hope that he's able to get a kill. That Meteor gets a kill.
But yeah, you can have pretty simple game plans again with the double dive comp.
That's a
Literally,
nice,
if they don't
yeah.
stop you hitting
There's a lot of
sights, you
play
can
on
just keep
words
on
here
hitting the
going on,
sights.
but it's actually pretty
Yeah.
clever.
I like that I
Just
saw
for
some
Meteor,
variety.
at the end of the
You
day.
don't see, I
Yeah.
think it was Mini that said in chat, you don't see too much variety with
Well, I
the
mean,
double
as
dive.
well as you can if you only get 3 rounds.
And I like that they actually did a heavy A ramp
Spot behind Goddead
with a pinch.
on the
They did a
scoreboard
pinch
at
into
least.
A heaven basically,
Yeah,
with
I
the
don't think
jet
you
going
really- I don't
going
think you
through
really
A
play
site and
anything
everyone else
visual
going over
this
towards
time
A
too much
heaven.
in
I
the
thought that was
first
kind of
half
cool.
on Genji. I mean, I guess there were a couple early rounds where TS was getting caught a bit more than he would have liked.
You meant in terms of the
But
comp?
at the end of the day, it's really just
Wait,
the
you wanna
fact
see
that
a
they
Reyna
didn't
up in
really
here?
sort out any answer for the double duelists
Talking,
until
talking
the
Neon, I
last
guess.
couple rounds, and even then, they weren't able to win the duels that they set up for themselves. So PRX with a 9-3 score line. Of course, just as a reminder before we go into the second half, we are currently going through this match without the Observer UI, so we apologize for that. We had to go
I mean, we did have a triple dive at one point, Mini. You missed the triple dive from Talon. That was kind of sick. And by sick, I mean awful.
Yeah. We got some nice drawings over there. Looks like Jing and potentially some Pokemon. Although, actually, I think it was just the Boombot and Blast Pack. So it just kind of looks like an oyster of some kind. But, you know, good stuff. You see
Okay.
Jing. He is up top there for the team.
16 to 6.
6. Doing very
This is
well,
a must-win
actually.
pistol for Genji.
He's been kind of middle of the pack overall recently, since something's been stealing a lot of his thunder, and then Forsaken on some of these lurks. Devi with some of the clutches. But on this split, he's back with his raise. I mean, this is definitely where he shines.
All right, this round always, we mentioned, will be critical.
This wall against an Astra is really good. Really, really good. Again, it's very hard. When you have an Omen and stuff, you can kind of play here, you can get info, you can TP away. With an Astra, this wall goes a little bit harder because it's very hard for him to get info. He has to do stuff like this. And then he can get the first kill, then the side is open. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Again, B against Astra is definitely the way forward against this comp, so maybe we see a lot of that. This is nice, and they're making a lot of pressure here. As we can see, Spike going over towards A, and the fact that he's dog and just making a lot of sound is really good. Rotate comes in. They're even gonna let this. They're even gonna let the raise do a little luck over towards middle. No way! This is the best fake ever.
Oh my gosh, the bait works perfectly, and this works because.
Damn.
Even with the second one, but it works.
Yeah, they're all over them with this pistol. What a nice pistol from them. I wonder if they're gonna constantly invest this wall, or whether this was just a one-off pistol. Because I honestly think this wall against an Astra is like really strong. But when you do this, you have to just make sure all the time that you're creating pressure here over towards A ramp. So I like this wall when you're doing like heavy A ramp pressure and making sure you actually get pressure here.
Gonna get a chance to die to the spike. Let's see what he can do. He's just trying to run in.
They're setting up for the healthy members to pick up this kill.
Nice. Like I like this a lot with their comp because they can kind of sage slow. You can sage slow like this. There's a lineup you can do, and you can take A ramp heavy.
Looks like he got healed up a bit
So.
from God Dead, and then was able to finish off a third kill. So
oh man, I have some really good stuff on this map that I'm probably just gonna leak.
Yeah, a great start.
I'm probably just gonna leak it at one point. Maybe for Masters every day, I'll just do like some weird lineup.
First duel, and that changes everything. So now, because of that, they can continue to work off of this B site toxic screen just a bit longer. Right?
So yeah, I think this wall's gonna work well.
Pressure, so King just being given for lurking duty, and to combat that, PRX now pushes out of it. They say, okay, we don't want to.
Yeah, I got some nice Viper and Sage lineups. Obviously, they're the same.
They're not setting up for anything crafty here.
They're the same lineups.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I mean, you have a Jet and a Raze also that can get a bit aggressive, even from the defensive side. As a Snakebite trying to pick up something, but he's
dude, what's his HP?
Very low health though. And one interesting thing, of course, King was standing on that smaller box there, right next to the rest of the crate, so he just, something not able to get the initial headshot.
Do you reckon 1, 2? Yeah, it feels like it's slow.
That means they had to PRX had to give up B main once again. So now Genji has a bit more freedom to do whatever they so choose. As soon as King makes the call, they will
PRX, after seeing some aggro here, decided to try and stack, as we can see, most likely looking like a B at the moment.
Might as well. Entering right now into tower, should be able to just run on into this one, as we know.
So yeah, might be able to get the question mark slug out for this one. I know you love it. Wall over tier. I wonder if they're gonna let someone try and hunt for these. I would be fine trying to let someone hunt, like maybe Meteor or something. Depends.
Genji understanding that they cannot take any hits here if they want to catch up, right? They gotta really roll the snowball as much as possible to carry over all their weapons.
Forsaken here is
the Haven Breach lineup, dude, it must be out there. Everyone uses it now.
I think Forsaken maybe just waiting to see if he can get some kills and then die to the spike at the last second as well.
You're talking about the Heaven one for A retake.
Positioning here, and King suspects it.
Well, the blind actually works out. Forsaken got the kill, but he did die to TS.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Meteor stuck here with low
they tried to get a
health,
little bit of damage. Tried to get a few of them.
So that is a little bit of damage done. Now, of course, Kings was recovered here by his teammate.
Yeah. So good stuff for Genji, able to pick up 2 in a row. As, even from the attacking side, it's been going well for them. I'm not sure, Astra. Let's see what they do pick up here. We do have just, another Spectre.
What happened to UI? I don't know. I imagine that. It felt like they had a lot of issues between this.
A lot of credits here.
They're going to just roll it in with the shorter weapons.
Man, I have a theory, but I'm not going to go into my theory. I have a strong theory, but I'm not gonna. Surely not. Surely not. But definitely some stuff
they're
went
not
wrong.
hoping for everyone to survive. They're just trying to get into the site and get the plant.
Oh god.
The perfect lineup.
The
there.
higher lower setup to shut down the B walk. This is really nice, and this has to happen early on because, like I said, Astra is going to struggle against this wall. The whole game plan was to make the Astra struggle over towards B.
PRX are back on the board.
And yeah.
Yeah, and PRX, I mean, again, a nice adjustment 2 rounds in a row.
That was really nice. So yeah, they had to at one point shut down this B hit, and they managed to do it. So now they're not going to feel as confident. They might even change the wall up after this. So I like this call that they're doing. This default is too strong. It's to abuse the Astra. It's pretty good against the comps they're playing against, and I like that they shut this down.
The reset, I feel. He was just trying to spray through even after he got that initial burst onto the two of them, but
tell us the theory. Okay, right, imagine this. So all I'm saying is we said there was a GENG PC issue, right? He's on a new account, so maybe he's on a new PC as well. What if they use the PC that runs the HUD overlay? I don't know if that's how it works, but what if he's using the PC to run the HUD overlay and they had no spare PCs? Like, that's the only thing I can think of like, why is that?
He's gonna come face to face with the dog as here's Forsaken pops out and takes him down.
Oh, King had the idea that
it's so weird that we've lost. It's so weird that we had both of them in line together.
That area, but now Forsaken's already gone forward on the minimap and taken out TS on the lurk.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking, Minnie. Like, surely they have spare PCs. Surely that's not what they had to fall back on.
One of his teammates initially, but essentially one guy's just popping out and winning duel after duel.
Yeah.
You're not going to win a lot of rounds that way.
And this is all expected here from PRX. Devi has no reason to greet this. They have main control as well. Mindfreak making sure that he doesn't get
Stranger things have happened. Trust me, I've worked enough events. That's why I'm like, man, I could actually see a world where that's it, and that's the best quick fix.
Mindfreak just waits for the perfect moment. They totally
okay, this is a nightmare for Genji. They lose the most important round. They go down to an eco here, and that probably should be it. The shutdown over towards B and this shutdown here as well is too much. You could kind of see what the Genji game plan was, right, to abuse the Astra over towards B. We had the shutdown from the just B main, and then we have the shutdown now where they try and split B from heaven and side itself. This is pretty much it. Genji now called a timeout, I'm pretty sure. Was this a timeout from them? And yeah, this is just going to be a change of the game plan now, so you're probably going to see a middle, most likely over towards A, but I imagine PRX will realize that. Probably even going to see them change up their attack wall. Again, massive shout out to PRX kind of realizing what was going on and doing the right steps. Doing the right steps to make sure this happened. The good news for PRX that I'm impressed with for them going forward is I've seen good stuff without them having to do a timeout, right? So without Alex having to come in and tell them to do this like B punish and stuff like that, they're in the server doing that straight away. They see the wall coming in, they've had the 2 rounds, and then they realize they have to shut down B. So it's definitely a good sign for this team when they're kind of doing the right steps and reading what the other team is wanting to achieve. And making sure they do the steps to actually kind of counter it in terms of the shutdown over towards B. So I like that a lot. I thought this was very good to see them do that round with the upper lower here and here without a pause is what I'm saying.
Something goes right, and maybe Genji have a chance. It's not looking too good, William.
So Benkai is going to be replaced for good. I think so. The one thing that I'm saying is when I see PRX is I don't see a lack of understanding or anything. Like I'm seeing good mid-rounding. I'm seeing like good plans without pauses. I'm still seeing the same kind of style, but it feels like they have a bit more firepower. I don't see too much changed in terms of like tactical stuff. They're still doing good stuff at the right moments.
Trying to push in here. They do not
like in my eyes, it only looks like an upgrade from an outsider POV.
That one not the weirdest we've seen, but that's going to be 2 kills to him. And now Sylvan says, well, I'll give it a good try and see what I can do. He might be able to upgrade here.
Yeah, but he's not aware of something already behind him. Yeah, he has no idea. Too many angles to check.
This has been very, very strong. Really strong. 7 chances for PRX to close this one out.
It would take a miracle at this point.
Absolutely.
It would take a miracle, actually, for Genji to come back from this one.
And I think especially on, even though we all predicted PRX to begin with, now having, once we saw the map's picks and bans, I don't think anyone really expected Genji to come out swinging on split. Even though that they left it open, even though we've never seen it, this has just never been the type of map that these players would absolutely excel at. Meanwhile, obviously, it's one of PRX's favorites, so...
Oh, the timing of that's crazy.
Not surprising, but Goddead saying it's not over just yet.
Yeah, you got Seekers.
Bit of a change up, more explosive. Still the same thing, abusing over towards B in terms of the Astra, but this time we change it up. We don't do the wall instantly. We take control of B main late, and then we do this. I say late, it was like the first 2 seconds, but... So, still similar game plan, just a different style of it.
But he creates this nice second angle for Heaven.
And again, I think this is the weakness of this comp. Like, in my mind, this is the weakness. B struggles a little bit.
Whittle down the numbers on PRX. Also, since most likely Genji will close up this round, actually, hold that thought, Forsaken to the site.
Sky's out.
Yeah, they are just really forcing this one. They have a pretty insane economy at this point, but now that it's 2v5, I guess they're just going to save from here.
Yeah. Not
the most PRX thing to do, but...
PRX have a few chances to change a lot of stuff around, so you might... If they save this op, the most obvious thing would be an op getting info over towards B main.
And especially for something, as you had noted earlier, Valdez, he has that Blade Storm, so I think probably just trying to see if he can take away the weapons on the side of Genji. Meanwhile, Devi, one thing is to try to save the op, but the other, of course, you don't want to potentially give it over to the side of Genji. Even though Meteor is single duelo stun raise, they could always have someone like TS pick up that operator, maybe even Goddead. So just don't want to give them that potential option for free. So it ends up being a save. But what I wanted to mention was we saw yet another different toxic screen here from Genji, right? It was clearly just to get...
Right, 7 chances down to 6.
I don't expect them to use that again.
They got a lot of ults. A lot of ults for this one. I don't think... Where are they at? Rifle. Okay, they have enough money to buy up for this one.
Resurrection and a showstopper, so this could be another one where they power through, right? Just send Meteor in.
Flash goes out over towards B main deep, and it hit no one. So with that, they're going to take B main control with the Astra. That means that this side is really strong at the moment.
Alright, they planted Meteor, right? The Boombot gets spotted on the other side of the toxic screen towards Sylvan. And they're just trying to bait PRX to push out of somewhere. Now the thing is,
man, this poor Astra is going to get wrecked in a second.
Pushed out of mid, but he's now stuck. He has to check both angles. He's doing whatever he can. He calls that they have to entry now, otherwise he's going to get spotted.
Oh, he did great. He got a kill over towards there. Seekers go in. He gets another one-on-one. He's going to have another one-on-one. No way. He won all 3 of those. That's madness. We'll check this out on the replay. That is insane that he won all 3 of them.
But clearly the main dish was on TS because he
was just hiding in this corner. He literally just did his stars. Then the Seekers come in. He gets this kill. Then he gets this kill, and then he realizes if these two are pushing like this, maybe there's someone trying to pinch me over towards him. He did great. Wow, clean round as well, and this was the buy, and I think PRX have to eco after this.
I mean, quite frankly, if we weren't at match point, I would say it's starting to look a little dangerous for PRX. The only saving grace is you literally just have to win that one round, but just hiding right under. And he actually gets the first kill right before the Seeker really spots his location.
Yeah, he did good to expect this. Nice reposition from him as well.
Yes, great setup.
Oh, he really handled that well.
The real impressive part is, again, he calls to say, we have to go now. I'm going to set up my smokes because otherwise I might die. Because even if I get 1 kill, I might get traded. So he sets up all the nebulas, and then, of course, the chariot.
Yeah, and he had just got out of his smokes, the team as well.
That certainly helps.
Yeah, the extra is...
Now Alex is going to be going to town on the voice comms, no doubt. Not going to be happy with the way this one has gone, but I think it's okay. You know, I think that Genji have had some pretty good setups on the attack, so props to them to making this possible.
Yeah, so probably one of the things, I mean, wow, that is a big sign here. And this is for GENG. Going with a bit of a Korean rhyme there, but basically, don't steal my heart, GENG is the last line. That's the most important one. Wow. Where was I? Oh, Alex, I think the thing you have to consider is you can't really tell your team not to push out at it.
Okay,
Side, right? That's the only
7 chances, down to 5. I thought the money would be low, but I'm seeing some guns.
Down, right?
So light armors are coming out, and I imagine they have
CS.
util.
Don't let it get to your head. And then kind of reconsider
A lot of ults up for this one.
Right
Go in. They won a round over towards A, now they're going back to the B. It's looking like, or at least early. They have the attack op out, so they honestly, with this wall, this works. This is like an old strat we used to do. This wall goes up, and then to do this wall, you have to jump peek a lot of the time. And they put a smoke into it, and then you can just op it.
Looking like B at the moment.
Yeah, so they break the smoke, and then to get info here, a lot of the times you have to jump peek, so you kind of constantly just have vision of this there. So I like that they at least had the smoke to get the op set up to the angle, and then they dropped the smoke. I thought that was cool. But yeah, just trying to play around this wall again, and the info that you have to try and get beyond it with an Astra just means that a lot of the times you can jump peek. So I like the idea into this, it's just that PRX handled it really well.
Whittle down the numbers, take control of one part of the map. Eventually, we're just going to have to go.
Having this wall does mean that they are constantly having to play 2B though. Flash goes in over towards B main, hits 1 as well, so they're going to keep this B stack.
Yeah. And we are biding our time here on the side of Genji. 35 seconds. They're going to have to make a move soon, and it looks like the
some teams are getting a little bit better at playing the 4-1 against that Sky. We saw Boaster sell a fake with it yesterday. We had this today as well. So teams are starting to remember or starting to learn. I'm not sure which. Oh, that's so unlucky.
They have to stick the plant at this point, and they have so many corners to clear.
Yeah, might be able to stop this. Raze can just send it out with an ult, right? That was the spike. No way he picked the right target. There is no way he picked the right target out of all of them.
And it doesn't matter who kills who. That will be the
That's
end
so
of it. 13
crazy.
to 7 in favor of
That's
PRX
insane.
with a very nice
I think the
defense
person with the spike
on that
even
last round.
tucked against the wall because most likely the person with the spike would be like beelining for the site. Dude, Jing had a really good map here.
Too much they have to handle, and on top of that, I mean, Jing had a showstopper. What do you do against that? I mean, Jing not only gets a kill, stays alive, which allows the rest of his teammates to
Tech
all
pause
jump
longer than the
out
game. It was like the tech
some
pause was like double the time of
superhero
this
movies
map.
out of the Cosmic Divide, and they'll clean up the site.
It was a very fast one.
13 to 7. You know, Genji, I think they finally started to get warmed up there towards the end, but they just gave way
The
too
new
much
account
of a lead
buff,
to
yeah.
PRX.
Yeah, I mean, 9 to 3, no curse today. Feels like that curse doesn't exist here. Haven't seen a lot of 9-3 reverse wins happening.
It's been a while.
So it was just a great start. The double duelists, the W Gaming, they took too
Hopefully
many
the
rounds
HUD's
on
back
attacker
after this
side.
one as well.
Genji, not really able to
It
get
is so
much
hard to
done.
keep on top of stuff without
Once
the HUD.
again, every single time I see split, it's like, oh, well, this is supposed